Hey guys, just Tush coming at you on Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful day outside. It's still a little cool, but at least it's sunny. I've been working on the TR3. Still got it on the driver's side. Working on the undercoating on the rear wheel arch, so it's pretty much done. Front's done. So I'm gonna pretty much flip the car over and start working on the other two inner wheel wells. Anyway, I thought today that since it was a nice day that I would get the TR250 out and do a bit of a walk around. Well, the 250 is my next project. So took it out from under winter storage today, and I gave her a quick wipe down, and wanted to give you a quick walk around it. And this is primarily for Dan Electro, who's working on a TR5 right now. So the TR250 is basically the same as the TR5 as far as the body is concerned. There's some differences mechanically. The TR5 had the petrol injection, whereas the TR250 had the Zenith Strongbergs carburetors, dual carbs. The biggest difference being that the TR5 was 150 horse, while the TR250 was about 105 horse. So quite a big difference in performance. But still both fairly rare cars. They made it 8,800 or 8,484 TR250s and ended production in 1968, September 68. And the TR5 is actually a little more rare. They made 2,947 of the TR5s. 1,161 of those were right-hand drive, and the rest being left-hand drive that got exported to France and to Germany and Belgium. And they're pretty rare because they estimate that only, I think, 600 are left in North America and somewhere around 500 in the UK and in Europe in general. So pretty rare car, and essentially it's a TR4 body, or a TR4A body on a TR6 chassis and engine. So it's got a kind of best of both worlds. If you like the body style with the eyebrows up front and the bulge in the hood, which I quite like, Michelotti design body, and then you've got the TR6 chassis and engine, so the 6-cylinder 2.5 liter. So anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick walk around. So this is the next project in line for me. I bought it a year ago, and it was a little early for me to be picking up the next project car when I hadn't finished the current project I'm working on, but I got a pretty good deal on it, and basically I couldn't turn it down because the 250s are, like I said, pretty rare. So once they come up in local area, it's probably better to grab it if you can afford to. So this one's actually missing the hood stripe, and the hood stripe goes across the nose, was only for North America cars. The TR5s didn't have it. They put the stripe on basically to appeal to North American buyers. So this one's obviously been repainted at some point. It is royal blue, which was the original color for this car. Although they didn't put the stripe back on. It's a silver stripe that's supposed to be on the car. They obviously didn't put the stripe back on when they repainted it. I've got my TR6 wheels on it right now. The car came with some Silverstone 4-spoke magnesium rims that I don't really like that much, and there were only actually 3 that were in good condition, so I ended up selling those and just put the TR6 red lines on temporarily. But I don't really drive the car. Like I said, it's a project car, and I haven't had a chance to go through it because I'm trying to work on the TR3 and get that ready to go before I tackle another project. So anyway, it's not in too bad a shape. It does have some issues. The 2 front fenders are fiberglass, and you can see some rust starting to come through here on the back quarter. And if you can see rust, you can guarantee that there's, that's just the tip of the iceberg, as they say in Triumph. So, and there's some obviously cracking in the paint here, so I'm thinking some bad Bondo work in here, and some rust along the inner seam. So that's going to require some work for sure. The bumpers are, they're sort of pitted and crazed a little bit, but they're there, which is a good thing. So they'll need to be re-chromed at some point. You can see the previous owner. He owned this for 25 years. He put this huge exhaust on it, and I don't particularly like it, but I'll deal with that when I do the restoration. But it sounds pretty mean. I'll start it up in a little while and you can have a sound of it. It does smoke a little bit. It's got the auxiliary oil feed line to the head, so I think that's contributing to it, but the engine is definitely tired, so that'll need a bit of a rebuild as well. So like I said, the front fenders are fiberglass, and you can see this one here is actually starting to crack. It's been in contact. You can see the bumpers pushed in a little bit at the front, so it's actually touched the fender, and then it's cracked the paint, and you can see that the side light's actually separating a little bit from the trim work, so that's an issue. So I'm going to need to find some steel fenders. You can find them. They're a little bit expensive, but better than fiberglass. And interior-wise, it's not bad. The seats are in good shape. They were redone not too long ago. The dash is pretty good. It actually has the wrong gauges in the center cluster. It's got 4 later gauges from a post-73 TR6. They should be the black bezel gauges. I do have them actually in the house, so not that they're really important right now anyway, because only one of them is working, and that's the oil pressure gauge, so I'll have to sort that out at some point. Door panels obviously will need to be replaced. This is the original boot cover, or top cover, with the white piping, which is quite nice, and obviously the seats have the black with white piping as well. Visors will need to be replaced, although at my TR6 I didn't actually put the visors back on, so I may actually not put visors back on this either. I think they just get in the way, and generally they blow down at any speed, so I may not just put them back in. And I've got the old TR6 wheel on there. I downsized it from and I got the car, it had a TR4 wheel on it, which is a little larger than the 6 wheel, so the 6 wheel lets me at least get in the car and move it around a little bit. The car does have overdrive on it. It's a factory overdrive car, which is a good option to have on these. It's fairly rare. Missing a stereo obviously, but in my TR6 I don't have a stereo either. I just got to put a blanking plate in there. It's got some weird sort of heater in this car, and I'll have to get under the dash and take it apart at some point. The plumbing's not correct in the engine bay, and I'll show you that in a second. So I think that's pretty much it as far as the walk around. As far as the body is concerned, the frame is not in great shape. It's had a lot of work done onto it. It's actually got a trailer hitch on it that the previous owner put on. It does have the correct grille, which is a good thing. It does need to have some work done on that. He's blacked out the corners on it, and hopefully I'll be able to strip that okay, but we'll have to wait and see. What else can I show you? The trunk. Let's see here. So the trunk has the original that's the original Dunlop spare in there, so that's about 40 years old. It does actually have air shocks in it, which is kind of interesting. I was wondering what these buttons were when I got the car, and then of course I pulled off the tire and I could see that they had air shocks. I could see the lines running to the shocks anyway, so it's got, you know, air pump up valves for both the shocks. So I think this guy at one point was a bit of a racer. Got a few old stickers, Grand Prix stickers, and racing stickers on here, which are kind of neat, but they'll be going when the car gets redone. He's actually got a little old Stebro exhaust sticker on here, which I didn't notice before. Anyway, kind of neat. So, and it actually does have a trailer hitch on this car, and it's got a provision for some lights and stuff, so that'll be going when the car goes. See how weird that exhaust is? It's not even fit properly. So that's what bugs me the most about it, because I don't particularly like it. So that'll be coming off. Let me get into the bonnet here. It's got a weird emergency lever under here. Let me see if I can just find it and pull it. Way under here. Safety catch. I removed the safety catch off my TR6. But anyway. So the engine bay. So, bit of a surprise with the triple Webers. And they're old ones actually. They're about 20 plus years old. They're made in Italy, these ones, which I understand is better than I think they make the current ones in Spain or Mexico or somewhere. But this one's actually got some work done on it. It's got the head shaved on it. It's got a header on it. It's got the triple Webers. It's got an S2 cam and a few other things. It's a little rough for the moment, but it does run. Like I said, it's a little, it smokes quite a bit, so there's that auxiliary oil feed line to the back of the head, which I think is contributing to some of it. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of them in particular, and that will probably be removed when I do the rebuild. But missing the two shroud pieces for the rad. The rad looks like it's seen better days. Got a interesting relay that looks for a horn, which shouldn't be there. Battery box is looking pretty rusty as normal with these cars. But everything seems to be all there. I haven't even checked actually to see if this is the original block. I haven't got the heritage certificate for this car yet. You can see it's got a sort of a weird routing for the heater hoses, which is not the right, they should actually go into the bulkhead. So he's got those routed over there, and it looks like he had them routed over further at one point, so I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. And there's the emergency release. He actually doesn't run, or didn't have a normal release cable because I don't see it on here, so I should probably get another cable put on there just in case, because it's a pain if these the hood cable breaks and you can't get the hood up. So it's a little rough on the underside. But actually, I'll start it up and I'll give you a quick listen to the engine. Here we go. So the gas is really old in this car. I haven't put any gas in it since last year. It's been sitting all winter outside under cover. So God knows how long the gas has been in the tank. But it still runs. Misses a little bit, but not bad. Actually sounds not bad. Sounds pretty mean for a TR anyway. Well, it's warm, so it's got about 50 pounds warm, which is a little low. You can sort of hear the cam on it too. It's pretty lopey. Here's a parking spot for the winter. It's been vacated, so I'll have to get another car now. So that's pretty much it. Can't wait to start working on it. And Neil, you're killing me. Being able to work on your car. I'd really like to get to this one once I finish the TR3, so watching you is good for me. But, I'll get there soon. Hopefully by this fall I'll be working on it. So anyway, that's it for now. Everybody have a great day. Later.